Good morning, folks. So, if you're seeing this, then chances are you were not here, or I was not here for the Variations Through Time lab. So, what I want to do is I want to go over that and explain exactly how to do it so that people can get it figured out. It's not a very hard lab, but it is a logic puzzle, really. And sometimes people have a rough time with where to start and what the end result might be. So, let me get this one up. I'll show you exactly where to find it and hopefully exactly how to do it. Yes, I know I'm presenting. So, right now we are in our Schoology, same for all classes. And if you come all the way down to the bottom, Unit 5, Evolution. If you click on Evolution, you'll see I've actually gotten pretty much everything for a lot of this unit already set up. I know, impressive. Now, that said, the one that we're looking for is lab number 20, Variation Through Time. You can see it right here. Here's a turn-in. And the link to talk about it will be right here as soon as I'm done recording this video and get it up. All right, so let's take a look at it. Now, remember, we have used the fossil record in order to piece together the evolution of many, many, many organisms, including things like whales, one of the ones that we've already looked at, watched a video on, and all that. So now we're going to do it again. And the Variation Through Time lab is literally designed around this idea. So in this activity, you will simulate what scientists do when collecting and studying fossils. The drawing shows a collection of vertebrates constructed from fossil records. How are they similar? What characteristics are unique? How have they changed over time? Your goal is to organize these pictures in a manner that depicts a gradual evolution of shared characteristics. That's the key. Small changes, little things that turn into the next, not big jumps. So let me show you. The plan here is to take your paper, cut out each of the little guys, then try to organize it. Try to figure out what pathway, what pattern you like most, which one you think works most before you glue them down. Very important. You can glue them down on a normal white sheet of paper. It can go onto the back if it needs to. You can kind of scrunch them up a little bit to make them fit. We can take care of it. It's not too troublesome. Now, once you're done, it wants to know how many branches did you evolve, because most of you are going to end up evolving more than one pathway. You'll see different characteristics start to build up that clearly go off into their own group. I'll show you an example in a moment. What shared characteristics did you use to determine the main branch? So what characteristics did they all share? And then they want you to draw a picture of the fossil if it were to evolve further. So we're going to have a start point, and then we're going to have at least one, maybe three, or even four endpoints. For each endpoint, just do a quick sketch of what the next stage might look like following the pattern. All right, so let's take a look at all of our little guys. I know they're upside down. So let me turn them right side up. Okay, we've got all sorts of them. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to help you guys out, and I'm going to mark your starter. This is the creature everyone should start with. On the second page, looks like this. Has a little bit of what might be a tail. Has these little webbed three-fingered hands and feet. Is pretty nondescript, non-remarkable. So this is going to be the start point for everyone. Now, the next step will be to find out how many different pathways from this one does it take. For instance, if you take a look at this guy, right? He kind of looks different. He's got some other traits like wings and a beak and feathers. it would be pretty hard for this one to turn into that one. This one has a shell and a tail. So what is most likely going to happen for most people is that you are going to instead start with your beginning creature, and then it's going to span out from there. So we're going to have our first guy here. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to start to see one pattern evolving towards, wow, this is terrible. Okay, that's supposed to be something like a seal for the water. Then you might see another one evolving out for something more like a dinosaur with a shell and a spiked tail. You might see another one evolving out of something else, or maybe you think that this water one, it turned into the water, and then from there, it turned into something different, like the bird. My drawings are terrible, but you guys hopefully get the idea. What you want to avoid is you want to avoid big changes. You don't want to see the shell suddenly appear in one step. It would make sense that it would start out small, that it would take time as it grows and gets larger and larger. Same thing for wings and fins and stuff like that. So that's the whole lab. Cut out the little guys and then get them organized in such a way that it kind of makes sense for how they've changed. Hopefully that's easy enough. That's literally the whole lab. I will stop presenting now because infinite tunnels are irritating. And here we go. So, ladies and gents, I hope that helps. I hope that gives you guys some clarity on what exactly needs to be done. And I'll see you in class.